just going to have to move you, Cuddlesworth. That's alright. It's going to have to be. All right there. Go on. Look, let me just prove it to you. Just give me a minute, and I reckon you'll get back down. I reckon you'll just chill. You just let me stroke you. I reckon you'll think, actually, this is alright. I could just lay back down again. Couldn't you? Anyway, there's lots to get through in this fun-packed and action-filled episode. What do I want to talk about? As if I remember it all. I've been fucking hopeless on my meds. I didn't take them again until about 11:30 today. I lost them yesterday. And then I found an old bottle with one in it. And I thought, excellent, I'll get on and clean the place and I'll find my others. And I didn't. Until this morning, but then I didn't take it. But then last night I was up to like, I think it was about 2:45. It was getting on for 3. I just started watching videos and stuff on Facebook, and just I was going to watch the one I made last night back, and then I got drawn into watching some other stuff on Facebook, and it was like I just woke right up. It was like, I don't know, I have said before, when I take it in the afternoon I get speedy, but then now I'm not allowed to ever describe that because someone will go, that's because you're predicting it. Every fucking time. Well, it's gonna, isn't it? It's gonna, isn't it? So I just have to keep insisting. It's just to do with the fact that you've said it, you know. This is why I don't talk about this fucking shit, man. It's basically like someone looks at you and goes, but what if it wasn't happening? Ta-da! Or something. But, what else did I want to talk about? What else did I want to talk about? Anxiety, basically. Like, it was just starting to dawn on me. I think it was during the sort of, whatever you're calling the first lockdown. Like, it never really ended, to be honest. It was all one lockdown. They just eased the restrictions after 6 weeks or whatever it was. And then after like another 5 weeks of that, suddenly we weren't in lockdown anymore, and they were on about putting us back in lockdown. It's like, hey. Anyway, I was saying then, it's like people are talking about their mental health, but it's like, yeah, but when this is over, you'll have something to come back with. You'll have something to come back to, sort of thing. And like, yeah, I'm dying to go out and whatever. But, you know, the sort of shit that was happening, a lot of it was happening when I was out. There's a lot of the time that's when I can get really fucking schizoid, basically. Really fucking misinterpretational of people. And it's, I don't know why I can never explain it, but it's like everyone does it. Everyone has an interpretation of someone, like an aura. You know, when you see someone walking and go, he's on the pole, or he thinks he's it, or blah, 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 whatever they're giving off. Well, what I am faced with is a load of distinct somethings. I don't know what they are. Auras of, I don't know what your aura is. Unless they're really like, I don't know, unless they know me, or they're really just like open with me or whatever. But I have found myself having to say to people, look, I'm really fucking freaking out right now. Just having to say it, like, that's living with it. You know, living with it is not good just suddenly going, I can think positive and I'll get better. It's like, no, you need to deal with it. Just because people can get better, it's like, I don't know, people forget there's a process. I think, don't let anything get in your way. It's like, you know, like people who do things with a disability, it's like, they still would have done it better if they hadn't had their disability, no matter how well they do. Do you know what I mean? No matter how much they get back, if they've had like a really serious injury. And you know, everything that they achieve is in spite of the injury and whatever. And it's, yeah, of course it's fucking amazing. But like, they still have had to do a lot of fucking learning. And I bet along the way there's been a lot of fucking frustrations. Fucking lot of frustrations, you know? I've had 2 very serious fucking leg injuries, and when you're suddenly compromised, it's like, you know, going through it's a horrible feeling, and it's not much consolation to know that others go through it. So, yeah, I know, and they all hate it as well. And then they learn to deal with it, they learn to cope with it, and they live with it. And then some of them are shining examples and just go, I just don't let it get me down. And they're the ones, and suddenly, automatically, the rest of everyone on earth believes that that's all you do. It's like, what is wrong with just believing everything that you believe and just thinking there are people that it doesn't work for? Not every treatment works for every person, whatever it is. Whatever it is, talk therapy, physical therapy, manual therapy, colour therapy, art therapy, medicinal therapy. They know that there's lots of forms of therapy, Mikey. You can shut the fuck up about therapy. But yeah, that was it. The main one, the bit I should get into this video is talking about the anxiety thing, and how I've mentioned it before. When you mention it, when you're honest about it, what you get is, oh, it's all right. None of us mind. We're all really cool. And it's like, that's lovely. Excellent. It doesn't have any effect on whether or not that person gets anxious. Sorry. It just doesn't. But oh my good Lord, it is everyone's first go-to statement. If you have an anxiety disorder, you'll know what I'm on about. You don't have to worry. It's called an anxiety disorder. Anxiety is basically another word for what you call worry, and it gets out of control. So you're basically saying to them, it's like basically someone saying, sorry, could you read that sign out for me? I'm blind. And you say, see, don't be blind. And, I think like some people would probably have laughed at that. But a lot of people who would be sticking to their guns about this sort of shit would say that that's not the same thing. But it fucking is. Telling someone with an anxiety disorder to not worry is ludicrous. It's ridiculous. You sound like a moron. You sound like an absolute fucking moron. If you stand back and just take a look at yourself objectively for once. How the fuck? It's like saying calm down to someone who's angry. And all of those same ones. But, I think I've been a lot more honest and open about what I'm like and where I'm at, and my kickoffs and my tantrums and all that. It's like, I really do show people who I really fucking am about shit. I really do give myself away. But I always fucking have anyway. I always fucking have. When I'm emotional about shit, I've never been able to fucking stop it. Never. Never, 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 never. And when you get emotional, you're always irritated when they're talking. Right. They're impatient with you. No one likes to be spoken to like they're being a naughty 3-year-old. No one does. Not ever. Especially not when they're angry. But if someone's got an anger problem, you know about it. Now you can calm down. What the fuck is wrong with you all? Seriously, this is where I just think I'm really off key with you guys. Because some of those things, just when I think about them, are just utterly, utterly fucking stupid. Utterly stupid. It's, like when I've lost such and such. I know everyone says it, but where did you last have it? You even go into character to fucking say it. You all know it's the stupidest thing to fucking say. Because that's where everyone looks first, isn't it? The last place they can remember fucking having it. It's fucking obvious. You can't decide that you've lost something until you misplace it and think, hang on, where is it? When did I last have it? You go and look there. But you all fucking say it, and then you'll joke about how you all fucking say it. And I'm just looking at you thinking, you've literally, can't you see that you're just fucking barking? You did sit down again, thank you. But with the whole club opening coming up, I probably will have one of my posts where people think I'm just having a go, or people think I'm fishing for positive statements or something. But I'll just say, just remember that when people are anxious, just telling them that you're okay about it, it's nothing to do with what's going on for them. All right, that's the nicest way of saying it. It's not anything to do with what's going on for them. I know what you mean. As usual, I can read what you're saying. Why can't you read what I'm saying? I know the intent behind it, but it's just not the right thing to say. It's not effective. It doesn't have any effect on the anxiety. Reassuring them. What it does do is it cajoles people when people are a bit reluctant to speak up for themselves. It will make them make that decision and be there. And the thing is, that's based on the paradigm that you, again, all think is correct, that the only way to deal with anxiety is to keep facing it, and you get that bit stronger, and it's just the same as practicing the guitar, and then let's just use some fucking analogy from something that you're always going to say yes to whenever I say doesn't it, and paint yourself into a corner to agree with me. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. Just dealing with it works. And like, you know, I was speaking to a mate of mine about it, and I basically have to kind of take my own advice, because the advice I gave him was, look at whether or not you want to go, regardless of anything else. Do you want to go, and why? Why do you want to go? Is it because they've been nice to you, and is it because you're trying to prove that you're not anxious, or you don't want to be anxious, or that you're too like scared to admit it, or you're not scared, but it's like you don't like being thought of as a special case? No one does. And again, everyone's answer to that is, we don't mind. It's not about whether you mind. People don't like being that burden, whether the person minds or not. You need to get that out of your head. It's not about whether you mind. You're literally answering a different fucking subject. If they feel a burden, they feel a burden. It's nothing to do with you. You didn't make them feel a burden, and you can't make them not to feel a burden. Not to feel a burden. You can't do that either. Let them be. Like the last video, the one before. Let them be. That's what to do with them. Let them fucking be. And the thing is, I will have the conversation with him, because he like wanted me to go with moral support, and I've said the same thing. It's like, I think that's kind of why I wanted to know why you're going. Like, if it's something that's really important to you to go, yeah. But if you're just doing it to try and prove a point or whatever, it's like, it's quite a long way and a big commitment. And I think I'm going to be the same about a lot of club things. I'm sure I'm going to get invited to things, because like a lot of people who've watched my lives and stuff would be like, I really want to party with you. Like, long drives away from home are fucking daunting, mate. All right? End of fucking chat. End of fucking chat, mate. You need to have clear boundaries with yourself. You need to recognise where and when things might get too much, and you need to go gently, and you need to go gently for as long as you need to. And it's about getting to know yourself and getting to know what you can do as it comes up and learn. It's not about having someone at the end of the night saying, see, you did it, and pronouncing you basically cured. And if you say that you've pronounced them basically cured, they'll go, no, and they'll instantly tell you the exact opposite of what they've just done. And they'll insist that it's not that, but impossible. It's a paradigm. It's a belief that is so ingrained into your head, you will not change your fucking bloody minds about it. Because it's just those car crashes with people I've gone around again and again and again, and the bitterness and the scorn and the anger that I'm looked at with, or have been looked at with. Right? Are you trying to help that one? Oh, fuck off. Why are you allowed to act like a fucking 2-year-old about it? You were trying to help, and you said you pushed one of the biggest buttons in me. You set me the fuck off for something that I can't fucking help. You're basically making me fucking feel like I'm being interrogated over it, and all I'm doing is asking you to stop. That kind of level of please can we not, from me, has become reacted to like I've gone, you're nasty and you did that on purpose and you should know me better. That sort of shit. Don't start having a go at me about it. It's like, what the fuck? Maybe it's my face. I have said I hate my face, and I think that's one of the reasons it does look very angry. It's very near time. Another thing I did want to get in It's this light is a bit too shadowy to like for how female I actually look like this, which is a shame. But I'm getting into the fact that I can look very girly and just sort of be like this and go, "Oh mate, fuck you looking at?" Right, bruv. I love that. I love that. Like my blokiness hasn't gone anywhere. My blokiness is just me. It's like I've always been a bit raucous and a bit like thuggish, which is lovely because it's like my girliness doesn't look girly pansy girl. It just fucking shitting cool as fuck. It really does. It looks fucking awesome. And with that, I will bid you a very nice day.